again, it's Ms. Hardke. This video I would like to talk about the difference between relative versus absolute references in any spreadsheet program. It's perhaps one of the toughest things to remember as you are using spreadsheets. So here you can open this file or do something similar on your own to try this. But we're going to use the example of renting a truck where we have a base fee that we have to pay, and then in addition to that we also have to pay an additional $25 for every hour that we've rented the truck. So we're going to make a chart here for the fee for different number of hours. So I'm going to type 1 in this cell and 2, and obviously I could keep doing that, but a spreadsheet is smart enough. If I select these 2 cells, it can see that I'm counting by 1. So if I click and drag, it will do something similar. If I undo what I just did and show you again, if I went from 1 to 3 and then I highlighted and dragged, it would realize that I'm counting by 2. So I'm going to get back to this counting by ones and select these and drag down. And if we had space, we could do a lot more. You could drag farther down all the way up through however many hours you would like to see in your chart. And now to figure out the total charge, we know that this charge right here should be $125. So think what we want to do. We want to take the base fee, this cell, 100, plus 1, this cell, times 25. When we're in row 9, we would like to take the 100 cell plus 2 times 25. And the nice thing about using a formula is next week, if we raise our base fee to $110, our chart will automatically update. The unique thing here, though, is as we copy our formula down, the 100 and the 25 are staying in fixed locations. So this is called, when we address this cell, we want to use an absolute reference. Our formula is going down, though. These hours are going to be relative. Every time we move down a row, we would like to change to another cell. So let's see if that makes sense to you when we put in our formulas. Remember that a formula, so in this cell, I want to go to our formula bar. Formulas always begin with an equal sign. So my charge here is going to be my base fee, so I could click in this cell, plus the number of hours, this cell, times is an asterisk, shift 8, this cell, 25. And it will work for this formula. For this one, we did want 125. The problem is we don't want to copy this down. Let's see what happens if we do copy it. How in the world did this one turn out to be only 25? Well, look at the problem. The problem is that it changed all 3 of these cells as we copied down. So we want to go back to our formula and use this trick. The cell that contains the 100 is never moving. So this is our cell B4. So we want the column to stay the same, and the code we use is to put a $ before the B. We want the column to stay the same, and we want the row to stay the same. So we're going to put that $ in front of the 4. And in our formula, the 25 is the B5, and we don't want that to move. That 25 is always staying there. So if we want to address an absolute fixed cell in a formula, notice that the A8 cell, though, is going to be a relative address. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. I'm going to hit enter. And we know this formula is correct. And now if I grab this corner and I copy the formula down, now it's doing what we expected it to do. So let's take a look in row 9, and you'll notice that B4 stayed fixed, B5 stayed fixed, but this changed from A8 down to A9. So you have to, as you're copying the formula down, you have to say, do I want the cell numbers to be changing, or do I want the cell numbers to be fixed? That's the difference. So to get an absolute cell reference, we use a $ to fix it. And that will take some practice. But if you have a mistake in a formula, that's something you should think about. Did I want any absolute references?